Hello and good evening, church. Welcome. I am Emanuel, and this is your Bible study tonight. We're going to be reviewing Isaiah 47 and 48. All right. So we allow God to speak to us, and we allow God to use us no matter where we are, even if we're in a car. So tonight I'll do just that. As I review these two chapters for us here. So starting off here, God is delivering a message here to Babylon in these chapters. In this first chapter rather, and as he speaks to the call to Babylon. Okay. So it says, verse 1 in chapter 47, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the earth, throneless, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." So what's it saying there is, hey, come off that throne, humble thyself, and you shall no more say that you are tender and delicate, but you're going to come down and, maybe get a little callous, if you will. Verse 2, "Take the millstones, grind the corn for meal. Remove thy veil, lift up thy skirt under cover of thy thigh, pass over the rivers." So what's it saying here is, do some work. Take the millstones, grind the corn for meal. It's basically the work of slaves. Remove thy veil, lift up thy skirt. Basically saying, hey, don't let anything get in the way of you getting the job done here. Get to work. Verse 3, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not accept or regard any man." So it's saying here, take thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So meaning, you have nothing to hide, everything will be exposed, and I will see all. Thy shame shall be seen. So the things you're ashamed of will be revealed to God. He will reveal those things, and he will take vengeance. Verse 4, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thy silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called mistress of the kingdoms." Okay. Verse 6, "I will wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy upon the elder. Hast thou very heavenly laid thy oak." So here, verse 6, he will not have any mercy. He will not have any mercy. And basically it's speaking to the people because they have polluted the inheritance, and they have shown no mercy upon the elders. So they show no reverence to the elders, which is the things of old, or the things that he's reminded them of, rather. Verse 7, "And thou sayest, I shall be a mistress of the kingdoms forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither did us remember thy latter end." So it's saying, hey, you thought that you would, be upon this throne forever. And God is reminding us, he says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did they remember thy latter end. So he's saying, hey, didn't you remember what I said and how things would go in the end? Verse 8, "Therefore hear now this, thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest confidently, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as widow, neither shall I know," excuse me, "either shall I know the loss of sons." Verse 9, "But these two things shall come to thee in the moment in one day, the loss of sons, widowhood, they shall come unto thee in full measure for the multitude of sorceries, and for the abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast confided in thy wickedness." So you've gained confidence in wickedness. He's saying here, he's confided. So thou have said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So he said that it's funny here because it's speaking to almost like as if these in previous chapters how it speaks to those idols that they were able to pick up and carry. God is not an idol that you can pick up and carry. God is God, and God is he who carries. So in this part here, he's speaking, hey, you can fight in wickedness, and you thought you had wisdom and knowledge, and it's perverse how you see that in your heart. And you also say I am, as if to think that you are God. So because that is who he is, the great I am. Verse 11, therefore shall calamity come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rinseth, and ruin shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to charm it away, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So you don't know, it's going to happen in the blink of an eye, that calamity can come upon you. So he's speaking to Babylon here and all their doings, and he's saying that, hey, they don't know whence, you don't know the time that he's going to bring judgment. Verse 12, persist in thine enchantments, and with the multitude of sorceries within thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thou shalt mayest strike terror. Verse 13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, they who make known the future by observing new moons, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So in verse 13, he's saying, hey, you have your counsels, and you look to your astrologers and people that gaze at the stars. He said, they who make known the future by observing the moons, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon. Well, quite frankly, he is the creator. He's the one that the astrologers marvel at and study, and the stars which he's aligned and put in the sky. He says, hey, you're going to the stargazers. Why not come to the source, the creator of it all? Verse 14, behold, thy shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver their souls from the power of the flame. They shall not be a coal to the warm at, nor fire to sit before it. In verse 15, thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast left even thy merchants from thy youth. Stagger onward, every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. So in verse 14, as it speaks to, behold, thou shalt be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, thou shalt not deliver thy souls from the power of the flame. So he's speaking to a consuming fire. This is not, your fire where you melt your marshmallows and you find warmth for your toes. This is a consuming fire, a fire of judgment that God will bring upon thee, for all the wrongdoing there. So basically, you have in chapter 47, God speaking to Babylon, and Babylon, great and mighty as they are, God has all mighty and all power within himself. So any power that anybody possesses, God provides that power. He gives that power to them. But he's also saying, hey, as much as I give, the more I can also take away from you. So that's what I got from chapter 47 there. I want to be really short and brief with that one because we're on video. So we're going to go over to chapter 48 here in the next one.